So we're here at London, near the dock area. It's partly cloudy, partly sunny. This is probably the best we're gonna get all winter. So yeah, I'm gonna load in some Ektachrome 100 in the Nikon F3 and add on the Tiffin warming filter.
Two terrible shots. That's one way to make an introduction. Hey, how's it going? I'm Adam and welcome to my channel. If you have been watching this channel for some time, then you probably recognize this Ektachrome t-shirt that I wear often. I have never shot any on this channel, so I think it's finally time to stop being a poser and finally do so. I actually do shoot Ektachrome just outside these videos, but there's no video proof of it, so I guess that doesn't count. This outing was recorded during the holidays, and like I usually do during the holidays, I went to London. So I brought with me the Nikon F3, Ektachrome, some accessories, and a bad attitude because once again a hand check was denied at the airport. Anyway, after those two shots, the batteries in the Nikon F3 ran out. But luckily there was a nearby lab that saved me from making the shortest video ever. I also got some discontinued film, which goes without saying when seeing a Fuji box, and with the Nikon F3 energized, I got to work. I made my way towards Pottersfield Park and headed towards the spot that many tourists and influencers use to take photos of the Tower Bridge. Not my proudest moment, but I've never taken a photo at this spot before. Before heading towards the city, I decided to walk by the body of water, hoping to take a couple of more photos, and I am thankful that I did, cause here I took one of my favorites off the roll. Not this one, but this one. It's minimalistic, I enjoy the shadow drop off, and the two possible friends enjoying the scenery. How do I shoot Ektachrome? As I mentioned before, I add on the Tiffin warming filter in order to add some much needed warmth, because Ektachrome as it is blue. Bluer than the color grading in Ozark. It's not a bad look as it is, it's definitely something that you need to get used to, especially if you've only shot Portra or Kodak Gold. But I still definitely prefer it warmer, and I pushed Ektachrome one stop. I got on the train and headed towards the city for some street photography. But sadly it was getting really cloudy, and the way I shoot Ektachrome, and I guess any other color positive or negative film out there, it really shines when it's sunny. No pun intended. Now, this photo was totally on purpose because I know what I'm doing. The longer exposure, colors, and I love the way that the faces of the people on the left seem to be mid-hyper speed. It gives you this truly chaotic energy, and I feel like these types of photos really work well in the city. I took a similar one last year, and it is still one of my faves.
I wish I had a 16mm for this one, but we'll see. That's not a banger.
So let's talk about the whole pushing Ektachrome thing. Some of you may have never heard of pushing slide film and simply thought that I was dumb. For the entirety of last year, I have been doing a bunch of experiments on how to recreate the legendary Ektachrome look. Sadly, I did not accomplish that and probably never will. During that time, I would try different filters and shooting methods. One day I saw someone online recommending pushing Ektachrome. I mean, back in the day, they had low speed film and needed to shoot sometimes in low light conditions. Slide film used to be the norm, just like how color negative film is today, because they were able to see their work afterwards, whether on the positive or on slide projectors, cause apparently back in the day prints were expensive. So I figured I'd try it, and I'm glad I did. The Tiffin warming filter takes away a bit of the light, and this is already a low ISO speed film, so that would solve that. Ektachrome, as it is a bit too clean for me, so the added grain from the push process would look great. And finally, the added contrast due to the push process would hopefully add more of an accent to the colors and the warmth of the filter. So yeah, I found a look that I like. Anyway, before we would call it quits for the day, I decided to head on over to street photography paradise, Soho. By the way, did you know according to IMDb, the creator of the best movie ever made is from Poznan? I guess that's one for us. Now, before you go and try and push Ektachrome, I do not recommend it. There are a lot of things to look out for. 1. Not all labs develop slide film. And if you live in places like Poland, there may be like one lab that develops color positive film. And when you do find a lab that finally develops slide film, usually the process is way more expensive than C41 or black and white. 2. Ektachrome is really expensive. And finally, not all labs offer push processing for slide film. And when they do, it usually comes with a price tag that would even make Mr. Crab ill. The only reason that I do it is because I'm irresponsible with money, and about a year ago I bought a bunch of hand-spooled Ektachrome that's about a third of the cost of what it's currently going for. So even with developing, push process, all that stuff, it's still a bit cheaper than if I were to shoot regular Ektachrome as it is. I probably wouldn't do this if I had to buy regular Ektachrome for what it's currently going for. It was the day before Christmas, and instead of spending time with my family, decided to go for a quick walk around the neighborhood. Luckily, later on, we will be finally getting some sun.
Someone's gonna get a ticket.
After alerting the authorities of illegal parking, I spotted the Rolls Royce and embraced the film photography cliche. Once again, not my proudest moment.
Alright, so the sun decided to show itself, even though the weather app said that it will be cloudy all day. So I'm gonna speed run this because I'm not sure how long the sun will be out. So I won't focus on B-rolls, just photos. And yeah, I'll show you the pictures after this.
And that's the end of the rolls and the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Besides the holiday atmosphere, I always enjoy going to London. I feel like I do some of my best work there. Street photography is what made me fall in love with this art form, and the city energy and the photo opportunities there are some things. Okay, Matthew just sent me a message that he's watching WWE. Take 2. Street photography is what made me fall in love with this art form, and the city energy and the photo opportunities there are something that I can't get here. Now, about pushing Ektachrome, I definitely plan on doing it some more, maybe even try 2 stops and add on another warming filter, cause apparently shooting film stocks as is doesn't excite me anymore. But yeah, once again, I do not recommend pushing Ektachrome. The cost is just way too much, especially with the yearly Kodak price hike. The price isn't worth it. But adding a warming filter or even a sepia filter is something worth trying. So yeah, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Take care. Is he watching new WWE or old WWE?
That's not power.